They were three brothers learning the ways of the ninja, but what started as a game suddenly turned real. Those kids.
We should run. We should hide. We should kick their butts.
Now, three heroic kids are taking on one ruthless criminal.
Yes!
And they're determined to have the last laugh.
Enjoy the ride.
Three Ninjas, rated PG, parental guidance suggested.
All right. Josh, did you watch it?
Just finished it.
Did you really?
Today. Yeah.
All right.
Just finished it.
I actually
watched it on. It was on YouTube for free.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
I watched it the last time we talked.
Mm-hmm.
It was just in my head. I was like, I have to watch it now. So I was watching it. As soon as we were done talking, I got on and watched it.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday while I was cooking.
Okay, so
so I'm curious to see what Josh thinks.
okay.
I was able to get up with it this time. So like it's been like I want to say maybe 10 years since I've seen it last. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I would try to watch it, but I didn't get all the way through. This time I had to because we're going to be talking about it today. It's still something you have to like as a kid. Even watching it, I was like, yeah, I get it as a kid. You like it, but it's not like Ninja Turtles. But I can watch that today and still enjoy it. This one, I don't think I would watch it anytime soon again.
Right. No, I see what you're saying. There's definitely a difference between Three Ninjas and Ninja Turtles, but it's hard because we watched it as kids, so I can't let go of that. I watched it and really liked it as a kid, and watching it now, I can't tell you the last time I watched it. It's been more than 10 years for sure. But I swear to you, watching it, things just came into, like, I knew exactly what they were going to say, how they were going to say it, what was going to happen next. There was some things I forgot about though, but certain things, like when Tum Tum says, let's murderlize them, I was like, I say that to this day. I didn't know where I got it from. Every time I see something about murder, I'm like, murderlize, and didn't realize from this movie. So
yeah, it's still, I was saying it word for word while I was watching it, and I was still fucking cracking up. That guy is the funniest fucking guy in the world. And he was like, come over. And then they're hella laughing. And then when she comes in, they're behind the door. I'm like crying laughing. Yeah.
He was like, come over right away.
Right away. That guy is fucking hilarious, man. I still love this movie. I don't give a shit. I watched it as a kid. I loved it as a kid. I still love it.
Yeah.
I showed it to my kids, so I seen it maybe, like you said, like 10 years ago. But I still love this shit.
I never showed it to my kids. This was just a movie I just never thought to show them. But I mean, they might be too big now. I was gonna say I'll show it to them now and see what they think. But I showed them kind of off topic from this movie, but I showed them Drop Dead Fred.
Oh my God.
And they didn't understand what the big deal was. I was like, you don't think this is funny? And they were just looking at me like, why are we watching this dumbass movie?
Yeah.
Drop Dead Fred is, I mean,
I'm in between. Like, I like that. But it's nothing like, oh man, I want to go see the theaters to see it or like recommend it. It's okay.
It's definitely got its problems, because I did watch, when I watched it with them, I was like, I can kind of see the issues, but as a kid, I loved that movie as a kid.
It's more on the safer corny side. Like like the shit they were doing in this movie is like, it's not supposed to be funny. It's like they're kidnapping.
Right. I mean, I don't know, man.
And they were just so idiotic, because what were they doing? They were in the kitchen, and then Tum Tum comes in. Like,
I quote that still too. Whenever I drink soda, I still go, this stuff is good, because it was for no reason.
It was like they stopped mid whatever problem they were having. Drink the drink. It was just like stuff like that was corny as hell. But as a kid, you weren't tripping off of it.
That shit is still funny, man.
So I kind of tried to put myself in that mind state.
Yeah, well, you see kids doing karate. It's like, oh shit, I could do that. I know. For some reason, as a kid, it was always cool seeing kids do certain things.
You thought you
She's
could
like, oh, maybe I can, even though you probably can't.
Mhm.
I didn't understand how Rocky didn't want to fight to get his girl's bike back or whatever. But he's like, yeah, let's prove to her dad that we could take down burglars with guns.
Because it's different. I think it's a different situation. It's like you don't fight that they're trained not to beat up people that can't like the fit. If you fought those kids, they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
These people are burglars. It's a different situation.
With guns.
But they're ninjas.
They didn't know they were idiots too. Like that's the advantage they had.
Yeah, they were dumbasses.
They were hilarious.
There was like, okay, they did the same thing in part 2. I don't know if you guys remember part 2.
Fuck part 2.
I don't know if I saw it. I don't remember.
I
you
think
guys
I
are
like part 2 more than part 1. Yeah, I like part 2 more than part 1. Growing up. Yeah,
I probably
they're
saw
both,
it, but I don't remember.
They're both equally cheesy, but I think
you forgive the second one more than the first.
Because they look like they were tall enough to fight people their own size.
I mean, you can't really take it. You can't really. I don't really take it from the too serious angle. Like that, even some of the karate moves, you like, yeah, it looks ridiculous, but it's just cool. Like you said, the cool kids. I was a ninja from a little kid up till I was 13. So anything ninja, I was kind of into anyway.
Oh yeah, that was like first 3 years ninja. I mean, I know it was ninjas for 3 years, and then I was a Power Ranger. So as a kid, I liked karate,
right?
Whatever it was, that's the stuff like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. You know, I wasn't into like Spider-Man or Batman until later on. But yeah, anything that had like any type of like martial arts in it, I was all about that.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Street Fighter. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the games much, but I knew what the games were. And yeah, I like watching the Mortal Kombat film. Fuck Street Fighter. The movie. I know people say it's like a guilty pleasure, but like so Mortal Kombat can be considered a guilty pleasure because it's not perfect, but there's a lot of cool fight scenes.
Mortal Kombat's hilarious.
Yeah. You still haven't seen Annihilation, have you, Omar?
No, just that. I think I might. I think I have. I honestly think I have, but I don't remember it.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's terrible.
I don't think I remember.
Terrible. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Back to like watching Three Ninjas, Ninja Turtles, like all that stuff. They had like whatever karate, kung fu, whatever they called them.
Right.
That was your jam. So a couple things I noticed as an adult that I was like, this is problematic, was the scene where he was going into the bedroom and he was looking for him. And he was like, where are you, little dude? You're going to get it so bad. That's not okay.
None of it is okay. That's why I said it's a serious situation.
Wasn't he hanging up on the bed?
What he said was just problematic.
Hanging on the bed or something like
sitting
down and
yeah.
He was over his head.
So bad.
Even as a kid, I was like, they don't see it.
No, he said you're gonna get it so bad because his ass was already whooped. Like they whooped his ass.
That's not how I heard it.
No.
And then
this movie wouldn't fly too well today. With all the cancel culture going on.
And then at the end, when they were fighting at the wherever that was it a warehouse or a garage or where the bad guy was? And they started to fight the ninja dude, and the ninja dude started licking the sword, like all seductively. I was like,
wait, okay, now hold on. Now you are just reading way too deep. You are being one of these people. He's licking the sword seductive.
I was like, that is not okay.
That was
it was like
get out of here.
No blood on it or nothing. He just licked it.
No, you have a dirty mind. He was not licking it seductive.
He was licking this. Actually, he was licking the sword. Like
he was licking the sword, but it wasn't seductive. It was like I'm a killer.
Either way, why the hell would you lick a sword in a kid's movie?
Poor kid.
I've seen it in other movies. I've seen it in fighting movies. It's kind of like like I handle the sword so well I can do whatever I want with it. Because he's licking a blade. You're not supposed to lick a blade.
That was gross.
Yeah.
But it's seductive though. You read too deep.
I don't know about seductive, but he
right.
I don't know. I guess that means he was crazy because he licked the sword.
He's crazy, and it's like I'm a professional killer with this sword, basically.
And you know, but you get professional killer that can't handle 3 kids. That they
It's
what
a
did
movie.
they spray on them? They spray some steen on them. That
This is, you know what this is? This is
What is it?
not as far as acting and storyline goes, but this is the ninja version of Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's what I remember. That's what it was saying. It was like on the.
So you say that one
ninja.
kid can handle those burglars, but these 3 kids can't handle these 2? Is that what you're saying?
Hold on. These are no, not the burglars. These are supposed to be ninjas.
They're
Toby McCall's
ninjas
Good at the
trained,
end.
but they're trained. But they're
these are trained professional killers.
but
Like,
they're
it
no.
was
They're trained under the guy who was trained by their grandfather. They got the training directly. So these ninjas are like second generation ninjas compared to them because they're kids under the main ninja who trained all the ninjas.
Mhm.
Therefore, they're better at what they do.
You came prepared for this, Lamar.
I'm ready.
You were ready.
Did they have black belts?
I don't even think they had belts. It's like
No, it's not karate, right? It's just
their grandfather trained them, but he also trained, what's the guy's name? The bad guy's name?
Snyder.
So Snyder's training.
Snyder.
Yeah. So Snyder's training all his ninjas with the same training he got from Amuro Shishaki, or whatever the fuck his grandpa's name is. So they got the direct training.
As a kid, do you remember noticing the stunt double for the grandpa?
Yes, and for the kids.
It was so funny.
And for the kids.
I never noticed that until I watched the 3rd movie, where me and my friend, like I was old enough, I never seen the 3rd one, and all they did was kept on showing his back. And then they show the close.
We always, like I said, we always analyze movies. Even as kids, we'll point out funny shit like that because you can see the pillow in his stomach, like the fighting scene when they jump out of the trees and shit, and he's swinging them. You can look at the guy. There's like a pillow in his stomach, and he's swinging them around and doing flips and shit. Like you can just tell it's not him. You can tell it's not him.
Oh, cracking up because it was like it's clearly a stunt double, but I was wondering if as a kid did I notice it.
Oh, we noticed that shit.
I don't remember.
As a kid, I don't think I was paying attention to that one. Because I was like, so I was kind of, oh, this is cool because the fight scenes. I don't know who choreographed the fight scenes in this movie. But again, it's a kids movie. We got to judge it as a kids movie. Right?
That's all it is.
Yeah,
but I still find it hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dated, but if you watched it during that time, you could. I think that's the reason, like you're saying, Tasha, reason why we enjoy watching this movie. Mm-hmm. Well, at least
I think you could show this to kids today and they would still laugh and think it's cool. I really think you could. I wouldn't say show it to adults necessarily, but to kids, I think kids would still think the shit is funny and still love it. Like little kids, because kids still like fighting and doing karate. So it's like you see kids doing it.
I was gonna say what age range. So you mean?
I would say from 9 down. But you know what? No, you know what though? Lamar's 11. And I was in there cooking, and he walked in and saw me watching, and he stood there for a minute, like kind of like, "What is this?" So he was kind of paying attention because he saw kids fighting. Kids only care about fighting. Kids don't care about acting.
They just care about visuals.
I mean, tell you the truth, I would be surprised if someone my own age watched this for the first time and still likes it. So, because there are certain people that do still like kid movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and nostalgia. Like there's some people that can watch it and kind of just take away, the time. They can kind of like be like, okay, this is from the 90s, and it's not going to be great, so let me go into it with that. So there's some people that can do it.
I mean, it's certain things that when I watched it again, I was just like, it never dawned on me. They got this gigantic house and they're all sharing one room. It's like, this is a big ass house and they're all 3 in one room.
and
then they got a room that their mom's redecorating. They still can't use that room, and they have an office.
Mm-hmm. Then they had it set up to where they could get an alert when their mom is coming. So like they're asleep. But the burglars got up there hella quick.
Yeah.
So they got the alert, and all of a sudden the burglars were at the door.
And then it's like, so does that alert happen all through the night? Like it gotta be annoying.
She goes to check on them regularly.
Yeah, she just walks by.
The grandpa, is he in anything else? When I was a kid, I got him confused with Mr.
Everybody did.
Like, yeah, I did. Yeah,
everybody did.
But
the only movie I remember him in, the guy that did some 3 Ninjas, the grandpa, is Tremors. That's the only one thing I can remember him in.
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, everything else I can't think of.
And then I was mixing up this movie with the Karate Kid at the end when the grandpa's fighting Snyder or Schneider, whatever his name is. And
When he's
he
about to
like
punch
pat him
him.
down. I thought he was gonna honk his nose.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong movie.
That's pretty much the same scene. It's pretty much the same scene.
I was waiting for it.
Those guys are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they were, because they were so dumb. And when they were robbing the store, the corner store, like one of them has the gun in his mouth or something while he's in the back.
Opening chips.
What are they called? Not because they're Valley Girls, and then what are the guys called? That ones that talk like, oh, tubular
Surfer dudes.
Airheads.
Yeah.
Or surfer
Airheads,
yeah.
Surfer dudes, yeah.
Yeah, that shit, I don't know. I still think this shit is funny. Like that, the scene behind you, Tasha, like, I still say that when I'm slowing down in the car.
Bender.
Slowing down, slowing down. That shit is hilarious.
And then what did the kids say to them when they rode by?
They were like, woo, somebody got a ticket.
Yeah.
Like, hey, shut up. That shit, I still laugh. I still laugh.
Lamar remembers this movie. And then
I remember
scene.
Word for word. I hated that basketball scene because I was like, he's dunking. Like, that's the one thing I caught it when I was a kid. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're walking on air. Like, get the fuck out of here. And it's from like the 3-point line. He just jumped.
So what mean learning karate means you good at basketball? Like, I don't
know.
Jump high from anywhere.
Yeah.
Without bending.
And I forgot about that great song they played during the basketball.
I don't even remember the song.
They use that beat everywhere. Like all those old school movies.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So Josh, were you after you watched it, were you like, fuck, I really did not want to watch this movie, or was it okay?
It was okay. Just because there's some parts I did remember. He's like, oh my God, robbers, kidnappers.
We're kidnappers, yeah.
Yeah, like
it's
I definitely think it's something I had to watch as a kid just to enjoy the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah.
They're just, they just make me laugh. Like the scenes where they're laughing and he's kind of like, shut up. Like I'm laughing the hella hard in those scenes. Like when he was like, yeah, it was some kids who ordered the pizza, and if you don't open the door, we're gonna TP your house. And then they start laughing. He's like, shut up. It's like that shit is hilarious to me. Hilarious.
Yeah. No, it was I don't want to say fun watching it again, but it was definitely interesting because I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched it, but I watched it so much as a kid. Obviously, because there was just some stuff that was just ingrained in my memory, and some stuff I was like, oh, that's where I got that from. So
I just I put it up there with, honestly, I put it up there with like Ninja Turtles and Bebe's Kids, all the shows. I mean, movies I watched as a kid. It's like I could watch it again, no problem. I'm not gonna necessarily go turn it on, but I would if I seen it. If I'm scrolling, I click on the shit.
I'm like, oh, have you seen this? We're putting this on.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of got me curious to watch the second movie. So
not me.
There's something. Yeah, there's a time where I like watching the first one, and then I started watching the second one all the time more. But who knows? Maybe I go back and watch it. It's probably worse than the first one.
But you know what? Like I said, when I used to just download movies and collect them, I had my kids watch all the movies I used to watch, and I was asking Isaiah about Three Ninjas. He was like, "No, I like the one where they were at the fucking pizza parlor and they were fighting." So he's talking about Kickback. He said that was his favorite one.
Wait, Kickback or Knuckle Up?
It was a pizza parlor arcade, some shit. The one with the Indians.
That's Knuckle Up.
Okay, they're all terrible. I only like the first. I only like the first one.
Wait, how many are there?
The worst one.
There was
none of the actors came back except for the grandpa was High Noon Mountain. And the only reason why
I thought Colt was in all of them. Colt he wasn't in that one?
No, they had different people except for the grandfather.
I mean, not Colt.
Tim Tum?
No, what's the middle one?
Rocky?
Colt.
Oh, yeah, it is Colt. That is Colt. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Colt and Tum Tum were in the first three movies, and then And the second one's a different Rocky, and the third one he comes back.
Right.
Because he looks hella different.
He's a terrible actor in the first one. So did you guys catch what I was talking about when he was like every line he was like stressed out?
Yeah. It didn't bother me though.
Rocky reminded me of the rich kid from Little Rascals.
Just uptight.
Yeah. Like, well, just the way.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
I was like, he reminds me of somebody, and I know it wasn't him, but that's the person that popped into my head. What he looks like.
No, he was definitely the most uptight out of all three of them.
It was like everything stressed him out. Anything, all of his lines, he's like, "It's not my girlfriend." He's like a kid Napoleon Dynamite. Everything is like that. Everything. He's like, fine, be there at 9. Like, but she's like, can I walk with you guys to school? Fine, don't be late. Like,
keep up.
Everything he said was like that. And I noticed that as a kid, like he's mad about everything.
Was he annoyed with her for her bike getting stolen?
Yeah. He was like, I'll get it back. Like, how you mad at her? But how was she mad at him? Like,
because he was supposed to fight the boys. So
she was slow.
Fought him on the court later.
She should have rolled into that danger zone like they did.
They told her to keep up.
You were showing off. Like, and of course, the famous line, Rocky loves Emily. Yeah.
He said, hello.
Tom was my favorite out of all of the kids.
He wants me to tell you he loves you.
Yeah.
Rocky loves you.
He's an annoying ass little brother.
The reason why he's my favorite because I was like, man, I'm the youngest one like you. I eat a lot like you. I was Tum Tum.
Now, Colt was my favorite because Colt didn't give a shit. Colt was ready to fight at all times.
Hothead, yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to whip ass in any situation.
Curtis looking kid, I swear.
Exactly like Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was like, you're not related to her at all, whatsoever.
Every time I see him, I can't unsee it. I'm like, this kid is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too.
Funny. So you said there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen 3.
I don't know if I've seen the other ones.
Yeah, like Knuckle Up is a funny thing. Okay, so Three Ninjas and Kickback I saw as a kid. And then when I first started high school, me and my friend were like, hey, you used to watch Three Ninjas? Yeah. Did you ever watch the third one? I was like, no. So we just checked it out and laughing our asses off. Especially because there's a lot of times the grandpa was fighting. And that's when I realized they're only showing the back of him. He's like doing backflips and everything.
But you have to forgive him in all of these movies. You have to, the old school movies, you have to forgive that. It's like they didn't have the budgets to be making to be like real life getting. They had to do what they had to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, like they wanted to do something for the kids besides the Turtles. Like it was cool. I mean, I remember watching those over the Karate Kid. The Karate Kid has a slow pace to it, as I always say.
Yeah,
they said,
I couldn't tell.
Do you like Home Alone? Do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Let's combine the two and have it home.
Pretty much exactly what they did.
And we ate it up.
I mean, how old were they? Like, I know Rocky and Colt were in high school, but like,
were they in middle school or middle school?
Hell no, they look like they were in like 6th grade.
For real, yeah.
They were in 5th and 6th grade, and second. No.
That's what it looked like to me. They looked hella young.
Yeah. Because when I was a kid, I always thought they looked. You notice that as a kid, you watch a movie and you're thinking like, oh, they look hella older, and you go back.
No, well, you know what? I was in like elementary still, so I felt like we were like same age.
I think I was the same age as Tum Tum when it first came out. So of course, anybody that was older than Tum Tum looked a lot older.
Right.
But then going back, I'm like, oh my God, these kids look hella young. It's like seeing somebody, like hanging out with somebody, and then years go by, you haven't seen them, and you watch them like, oh shit, you look different.
They look a lot smaller when they're when they're a lot younger than you.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I had all those notes for the movie. I felt like I had a question to ask you guys and I forgot already regarding this movie.
You talk about the dad on the roof shooting 9 shots and a 6-shot.
Oh, and your homeboy, Clifton Powell.
Yeah, I told you. It's like World War III. We got it all. he was trying to sell his scenes.
When you talked about him last week, I could not place him in the movie.
Nah. Yeah. And
I think that's the first movie I seen him in, or that I paid attention to.
Is he only brother in this movie? I don't know if there's anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think he's the only person that's actually done a lot more work
since that movie.
Since the movie?
No, I don't know anybody else.
I looked up everybody and I didn't recognize anybody.
Nah. Damn. Nah. So the grandpa wasn't in a lot of shit?
When I looked him up, nothing stood out.
Yeah. I only know him in what's it called? Trimmers, and that's about it.
And the only person I remember.
And I feel like I saw that. I feel like I saw that Asian guy and other stuff too. The one right behind you, Tasha.
Oh,
I feel like I did. I don't know.
Probably some from the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know that the henchman, the big buff henchman, he's been in a few things.
He's been in hella shit. Like, but it's always like a random character. It's not like a standout character. He's always like I'm the big guy here.
Well, yeah, to me, he's always the henchman because he has that look. He's built like that. Yeah. And I always get confused with these airheads because and Kickback, there are 3 more airheads. They're just as stupid.
So Kickback's the second one.
Kickback's the second one. Yeah.
I don't even remember. Honestly, I don't. I just know I didn't like it. Maybe because I was a kid and I was pissed that they changed one of the brothers out. Like they just thought I was stupid. Like who's this big Latin kid? Like how do you go from the regular white kid to a big ass Latin kid? Like who is this kid?
I think I liked him more than Rocky because like you said, Rocky in the first one always seems like he's irritated or complaining.
But he fit though.
So he replaced Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was somebody who was a little bit older, convincing. Like
wait, Josh, he was a little bit older.
He looked like he was. I don't know. It was this movie. The Kickback came out 2 years after.
That kid looked like he was 17, and Colton Tom looked like a year older. If that kid came big, grown ass, deep voice, you're not Rocky.
And also, I think maybe I liked it because they actually went to in certain movies, they go to Japan,
right?
Like Karate Kid, Ninja Turtles, this one because I guess what was it? Let's say Kung Fu. Was it Kung Fu? No, karate originated from Japan.
It's like they always have to show that respect.
Yeah.
So the fourth one you never saw, Josh?
Which one?
Which one was the fourth one? The Noon? Would you say?
High Noon Mountain.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, okay. So you've seen all of them.
You look hella disappointed.
So with the exception of 1 and 2, they just progressively got worse.
Yeah. Like, cause at least the first 3 ones, they had the same actors. And then the fourth one, I'm like, what the fuck's the point at this point? Like, because they had Hulk Hogan in it. It takes place, what's it called? In a theme park. I think it was based off of like Magic Mountain or something. And like always, there's 3 idiots.
Are there 3 idiots in each one?
I'm not sure about Knuckle Up, but I know High Noon Mountain they had 3 morons.
Which one had the girl who was a ninja too?
Was that Kickback?
Okay.
Yeah. So is that
okay? So
he was in love with.
Rocky.
Rocky's
always, except for Knuckle Up. Colt had a crush on one of the was it natives?
Yeah. Okay. So what pissed me off about that movie was the dance routine. That because they're doing a native dance, and then the 3 ninjas get involved, and now they're doing like hip hop moves. Like you don't get the fuck out of here.
Disrespectful.
So what's the line drawn for like a little kid movie of them doing karate moves?
No,
but they can't do dance moves.
I told you. I always look. I've always been aware of cultural appropriation since I was a kid. I've always cringed or been annoyed when I see little white kids in movies do stuff that's like when they do the hands like this and shit. It's like I always had that feeling. So when I see him doing these hip hop dances with the Indians, like what the fuck is going on? I always have that. Since I was a kid, in the back of my mind, it always annoyed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
And they were doing the Indian thing, and then all of a sudden they just start hip hopping it out. Let's go. Let's do the Running Man and shit. Like what the fuck?
Wait, so you seen like 3 More Than Once, or do you just remember it?
The reason why I don't know if I've actually sat and watched it through, but Isaiah used to watch it. He used to watch the second 2. 2 and 3 like all the fucking time. So I always walk in, and he would always rewind the dance scene with the Indians.
Okay.
Every time. So yeah.
I just remember I always like just flip through, always hoping the second one would come on. Go to the TV guy. I'm like, because it always used to come on all the time.
Yeah.
Something days, but oh shit, it's finally on. So just turn it on. That's how.
No, you're actually right. They showed that on TV more than they showed the first one.
Yeah, Kick Back.
I don't know why that is. Do you think it got you think the popularity of the first one, a lot of people not seeing the first one because the first one wasn't talked about a lot.
Yeah,
it kind of came out.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the reason was,
but I do remember part 2 being a big ass deal. But we saw part 1 on pay-per-view. Like it didn't really get that much. It wasn't in a big name like in theaters. So maybe they were scared because people would be like, what do they think they're Ninja Turtles? You know what I mean? Like maybe they were scared of that.
I'm wondering,
like,
did it go to theaters?
Was
it in theaters or was it like straight to video?
I think it was in theaters.
I think it was too.
Yeah, I never seen any of them in theaters. I always just watched them at home. But yeah, like the only one that wasn't in theaters, I think, was either, I don't know about the third one, but I know High New Mountain, the fourth one, I knew that shit came out straight to VHS.
But I think both of those came out straight to Blockbuster. Because that's when that became a big thing. Remember when movies going straight to DVD or straight to video was a big thing? I think that's when that started.
Yeah.
So somebody's probably like, we don't want to put this shit out, and it's like, well, straight to tape.
Yep. Because I don't know. I mean, I'll look it up. That's an interesting question to see if like how they do it at the box office.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I just remember one, we watched it at home. I don't remember a lot of promotion for it, but I remember we watched it on pay-per-view because we recorded it.
Okay. I think my friends, like Dave and Larry, might have showed me the first one. I want to say they did, but I don't remember. But I do, like I said, I remember watching the second one on TV all the time. Yeah. I don't even know how it came up to be. I think Sam might have told me about it. I could have probably.
But it was like, so back then, what channel was it even coming on? Because I remember it coming on all the fucking time, but because remember for a period of time, TBS was the channel that would show movies all the time.
I want to say it's TBS.
It was TBS?
Was there a TBS back in the early 90s?
I don't know, but I remember it coming on TV all the fucking time.
Probably like on channel 2 or something. Channel 2 or 4.
It could have been that.
I mean, wait, so there's TBS and there was USA.
TBS and USA.
The Superstation. So around those channels, that's where I think it came on. Or maybe Disney Channel. I don't know, but I just remember.
Oh no, it could have been Disney Channel. You might be right. It could have been Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Because they used to have the day where they showed movies. What was the Disney Channel? They had a day where they showed movies, and they would tell you all the way up until that day. They'd be like, Saturday.
Yeah.
Just kick back.
Yeah. They make a big promotion. Like, this is before
they were promoting the shit.
Or stream it. If you couldn't go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video for some reason or buy the movie.
They'll let you know on Monday. Get ready, Saturday, Disney Channel. 3 Ninjas Kick Back. Like, oh my God.
I think I probably had the VHS. I think that's probably how I watched it over and over again.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not talking about the first one. We're talking about after they've been out for a while.
Oh, okay.
Then they started showing them on TV.
Got it.
But they would only show part 2. Like they I don't remember them showing 1. I damn sure don't remember showing the Indians dancing.
They do 3, yeah. If it was 1, it was every once in a while. But 2 came on all the time.
All the fucking time.
That's how I watched. I never had the VHS. I would always watch it. I watched it at mom's house, dad's house, it came on all time.
It was
everywhere.
on TV all the fucking time. It's like Baby Boy on BT.
Mhm.
That shit is always on.
Always on. So, okay.
So are we doing another throwback movie?
I mean, we can because there's nothing else to coming out. The next one's not till the end of the month. So.
Oh wait, you want to wrap this up before we start talking about anything?
Well, we can include on here what we're gonna possibly do next.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have a suggestion since this was Lamar's? Well, it was kind of like Lamar kept talking about it, and I suggested we do it. But
I was like, should I suggest this one?
Yeah.
Because we always talked about it, and I think
said, let's just do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. No, because Josh kept saying like it would be your example. Like if you watch Three Ninjas today, it wouldn't be. That's why I was like, well, fuck it, let's.
Yeah. And I was down because I was like, I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah. I mean, compared to all the other movies I've seen in the past and watch and still enjoy it, like this one, I don't see myself going back to rewatch it compared to like all the other ones. Yeah. You know, to tell you the truth, I would go back and watch Drop Dead Fred more than Three Ninjas.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, but I do like Drop Dead Fred. I don't love it, but I like it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's more serious than I remember, which is weird because you would think as a kid it wouldn't really have me drawn into it. But I remember it being so much more funnier. And when I watched it as an adult, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of dark and serious.
No, yeah, I don't Drop Dead Fred, I don't like I can't tell you anything funny about it. It was just funny that she had an imaginary friend in hindsight though, but when you're watching it, it's like it's damn near sad watching this little girl.
Yeah.
Well, not sad like that, but like you said, more serious. It's more of a serious like a My Girl or something.
Yeah, and it
you know what we should rewatch? We should rewatch Little Monsters.
You know what I was?
I fucking love Little Monsters, man.
Okay, I wasn't the biggest fan of Little Monsters. I thought it was okay. Yeah, like I watched. You know what it was?
I love that movie.
I love that
movie. I think it got a little bit too like dark at the end, a little bit too scary. Like,
oh no, yeah, it was. Yeah. But was it? I still say 11 whenever I'm saying that number. And I always say, got him, need him, got him.
I used to try to get my head stuck so I could walk like he did. Remember, he was too tall, so he would walk with his head stuck on the ceiling. I used to try to do it. It's stupid, but I used to try to do it. And I used to want that world. I used to want that world under my bed.
Yeah, no. What I was gonna say about Drop Dead Fred, though, I don't think it was meant to be a kids movie though, because it touched on like adultery and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think it was either because even like she's an adult, but then she kind of like doesn't she kind of still see him? I haven't seen the movie in hella long. Don't they have a part where she's like an adult and she's talking about him?
Yeah, but her friend is having an affair. Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's in it. She's having an affair with a married man. And then the main girl, her husband, I think he leaves her. And then he's like getting back together with her, but he's still talking to his side piece, you know, in the bedroom. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a kid's movie per se.
Yeah, like it seemed like it was for like, I don't know, is it for adults or teenagers? Because the whole like imaginary element you would think be for a kids movie. But then again, back then that could be considered a kids movie. Like even though they have like grown up stuff.
A family movie.
Yeah. Or like, you know, lesson where it's like, because that's that whole thing of like, you know, you had your imaginary friend as a kid, and then years later you're still having issues. So the imaginary friend comes back to help you out. You know, you can't move on until you like are fully grown.
Right.
And, yeah. So I just remember, is this? Yes, it is. It's the mega bitch. I was like, I just laughed because he said bitch.
And then he's crawling on the ground, and then he gets under her legs, and he's like pointing up, and he says cobwebs, talking about her pubic hair. So
I don't remember any quotes from that movie.
Yeah. I you know what, I prefer that over Little Monsters. There's like certain things, like as far as like imaginary friend goes, or like that, you know, that one person like Beetlejuice. Like to me, when it comes to like an over the top supernatural being, Beetlejuice is number one. And then it's Little Monsters. Or no, it's Drop Dead Fred, and then Little Monsters.
So I just Googled 90s kids movies just to get an idea of some stuff. I've never seen Jumanji.
Well,
I don't know if that would be something you guys would want to do just because of that.
I mean,
I just wanted to.
You never seen the first Jumanji?
I didn't care to.
Well, wait, were you into like you like Robin Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a big fan of his back then, or were you just kind of?
I honestly couldn't tell you why I didn't watch it because I loved Hook. Like,
so we're doing Jumanji. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So Jumanji is supposed to be it's a funny, hilarious movie. The most terrifying scene. I'm terrified of lions.
Mm-hmm.
So, Josh, you know what I'm talking about? There's a scene. Yeah. So the whole movie is like everything's the jungle, but they haven't shown a lion. So when they do show the lion, the way they show this fucking lion.
Okay.
Nah, use a lion. I don't like spiders.
Oh yeah.
So why you don't like the lion?
Yeah.
I don't like spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one was another movie that even is for kids. There are some dark parts in this movie if you really think about it. Like if you get older, like I'm watching it, like, oh damn, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys want to do Jumanji?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do Jumanji. I still go back and watch that.
I'll go back and watch that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then maybe we can also kind of like throw in the newer ones too. Like we don't necessarily have to watch them, but we can kind of throw that in the conversation too. But
The newer ones are cool. They're more the first one. Funny thing is, the first one has Robin Williams, who you expect to be more goofy.
mm-hmm.
The newer ones are more goofy than that one was. Like Josh said, it was more serious, but then it was funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I noticed that the Robin Williams movies I like is when he's not like too over the top.
Yeah.
Like, where it's
But
Hook
if you think
and
about
Jumanji. Was that?
if you think about it, like how many really are there where he's over the top?
I think that was the later. I think that was the later on films. You know,
where he
like,
was over the top, or
No, I can't imagine none. Besides Aladdin, like when is he? And maybe Aladdin and Flubber.
probably there was a couple other
a
movies,
lot of his funny movies. He's more the serious man. Like Hook, he's the straight man.
Yeah.
And
Well, you know what's funny? I'm not the biggest fan of don't hate me for this, everybody. I'm not the biggest fan of Mrs. Doubtfire.
oh, I thought you were gonna say Hook.
No,
Oh, Tosh is about to cut this shit off.
no. I should be mad for you.
I'll say I don't know who raised you.
No. That movie, like I never noticed that movie was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like as a kid, usually that would be a long movie, but I always loved watching it. It always went by fast because it's great. And to this day, I still like that movie. That is actually probably my favorite Robin Williams film.
Nah, my favorite is Jumanji.
Okay, well, to close this out, the Three Ninjas discussion, our next movie is going to be the 95 Jumanji.
Okay, and you haven't seen it, Tosh. You never seen it at all.
I haven't seen it at all, so
Okay.
this will be my first
That's
watch.
interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be our next movie.